How's it going, everyone? We are coming up on another new week and a new batch of PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 game release. Now, to say that this is one of the weaker weeks of new games would probably be a bit of an understatement, just because, we're kind of in that early summer period where things, generally speaking, are a little bit on the slower side. However, there are actually some games of notable quality that are coming out later in the month, but we'll get to that when the time is right. There's still some stuff I think you should be on the lookout for, maybe add to the wish list, and pick up when it goes on sale, whatever the case may be on that, but we'll get to them in just a little bit. So we've got about 5 games to go over, so let's just get right into it, and let's start things out with Redout 2. This is a game that I've been mentioning in a couple of our videos, and it's definitely a futuristic racing game that, if you look at this game, you're immediately gonna get vibes of like a Wipeout. And obviously, with Sony not doing much with Wipeout as an IP these days, I can understand why. It's not like Wipeout was ever Sony's biggest franchise or anything like that, but it's a great futuristic racing game, so Redout kind of fills that void a little bit. The game notes the fastest racing game in the universe. Redout 2 is a tribute to classic arcade racing games and the sequel to the critically acclaimed Redout. Reach impossible speeds in exhilarating futuristic races across an extensive single-player campaign and competitive multiplayer gameplay. This was supposed to drop, I want to say at the end of May, saw a delay, and now it'll finally be releasing on June 16th. The game notes fly through hundreds of events across 36 unique racetracks, all of which are reversible, from arena races and time attacks to last man standing and intense boss races. Dart past the competition and dominate the finish line. Competitive multiplayer and comprehensive customization all in the game as well. Redout 2 is out on June 16th. Alright, next up, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Man, if you want a throwback beat-em-up title, that's exactly what you're getting here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge reunites Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael as they kick shell in a beautifully realized beat-em-up title. If you look at the game, it's definitely got that old school vibe, but I'm also liking that it does have a bit of an uplift to it as well. I just think it looks really good. Like, if you're a fan of beat 'em ups, the visual style and the presentation style is going to be right up your alley. Game notes: gnarly game design takes you back to the 80s. Beautiful full color pixel art graphics, old school gameplay enhanced with fresh mechanics. Up to 6 players simultaneously play with iconic TMNT characters and vehicles and diverse gameplay options. Radical new story mode, and totally more to come. This is out June 16th. Not gonna lie, I was never the biggest TMNT guy growing up. I played a little bit of like the GameCube games that came out back in the day, but for those of you that are big fans, I'm sure this is something that you're gonna keep on your radar. Alright, next up we have the Hand of Merlin, which is a game that's currently in early access on PC. It is coming out of early access and into its full release this week. The Hand of Merlin is a turn-based roguelite RPG in which Arthurian legends meets with sci-fi horror. Recruit mortal heroes to explore the lands rife with otherworldly evil, make narrative-bending choices in unique, interactive encounters, and search for the lost fragments of your soul across the multiverse. The game has seen a mostly positive reception on Steam. 142 reviews so far with a 78% positive reception, so it's not like the game has resonated at a super high level on Steam. In terms of popularity, the game notes: enjoy a compelling story, master the tactics of squad-based and turn-based combat to conquer both human and demonic forces. Your enemies will be tough and ruthless. Make use of cover, set up ambushes, and coordinated attacks. Harness synergies between different hero classes and skills. It also notes a compelling story, a roguelike experience, and dynamic leveling. A lot of details already out on the game, and again, it will be hitting PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 this week. Next up, we have Zorro The Chronicles, an exciting and humorous game featuring combat and exploration gameplay inspired by the best action games in class. Definitely a more cartoony look for this game, so I don't know how much that's going to appeal to people. I think the art style looks pretty good, and it notes: explore 18 levels and adapt your approach according to the situation and enemies. Use cunning to surprise your opponents, sneak around them, and explore the surroundings, or take them on in action-filled sword fights. Colorful characters encounter a wide variety of prominent characters from the animated Zorro The Chronicles. Some of them will get in your way and be formidable enemies, while others will help you in your fight for justice. Zorro The Chronicles is due out on June 16th. And lastly, another pretty notable beat 'em up title here. Yeah, we got two old school beat 'em up titles coming this week. Final Vendetta is coming June 17th. Final Vendetta is a hard-hitting, action-packed beat 'em up in the vein of classic arcade titles, featuring stunning pixel art and a thumping soundtrack with exclusive tracks from the Utah Saints. A brawl with bad dudes and tough girls as you fight through dangerous environments. This is another game. I mean, beat 'em up games in general do tend to go for that old school presentation style a lot more often than not, but this one definitely takes me back to stuff like Final Fight and games of that sort. Stunningly animated pixel art, hardcore fighting action that pulls no punches, a thumping dance and techno soundtrack featuring exclusive tracks, 1 or 2 player co-op, 3 playable characters with varying fighting styles, 6 areas to battle your way through, classic beat 'em up gameplay with fresh mechanics, 4 exciting game modes with arcade, survival, versus, and boss rush, 3 different difficulty settings, several unlockables, and dozens of moves and combos to master. Final Vendetta is scheduled for release on PlayStation 4 on June 17th, and that's gonna do it for me. Again, a bit more of a quiet week in terms of game releases. This early to mid-June period is always a little bit on the quiet side, but coming next week, you have stuff like Fall Guys going free-to-play, you have Elder Scrolls Online High Isles coming to consoles. There's actually quite a bit of stuff coming in the latter portion of the month. You know, it just has been a little bit more on the quiet side. Honestly, going back into the beginning of May, it's just been relatively quiet as far as the big game releases go, but hey, things are gonna pick up. We're already starting to see that fall lineup come together, and once we head into July, August, September, it's gonna be a lot of stuff coming out. So that's gonna do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.